I think the biggest just visual being able to see that him turn that corner was probably that second week of camp. You know, just for any guy, you know, whether it's a young guy, a guy that we need to step up, you know, that's usually the turning point in someone's career where you can see that they take that next step. And honestly, I can say Dwayne in that week, you know, even from the beginning, he just wanted to open up, you know, become that leader. And I think that second week is when, you know, you actually seen that he took more control in the huddle and he was just more aggressive with his leadership. So
what does that look like? Is he grabbing guys like by the face mask or tapping on the shoulder patches? Like how does he get his message across the line?
I don't think he's that type of guy. He's not in that. I don't want to say that's not him. You know what I mean? I think it starts with him just getting confidence, and that's him making plays. But in the huddle, just being loud with the play calls, being definitive in everything that he does and says. And I think that's his style right now. He's not one of the guys that'll get up in your face, but he's definitely one that can take control of the offense.
And now that you've had so many practices knowing that he's a starting quarterback, do you have any different sense of how much the passing game might change this year? I think a lot of people are curious about that, and maybe you didn't know until you got to practice with Dwayne full time. So has it been any different in the passing game?
Yeah, definitely. Just his ability obviously says a lot for us, and the way he can throw the ball deep, the accuracy of his throws. I think it's definitely going to be in our advantage for sure.
You guys obviously lost your position coach. What's the adjustment been with Brian, and how much can you lost him back to shake you guys?
I think the adjustment has been great. Everyone loves Coach Harline. He's a very great coach. He's very knowledgeable of the game. He's played the game. He's been in our shoes. So it's very good. I don't really want to go backwards. So the loss, I mean, we're kind of moving on from it. Our focus is being 1-0 right now, and you know, we're loving our coach and loving what we're doing right now. So
most units to lose a coach right before camp would have a hard time, but you guys, well, first of all, 3 captains among your unit, an experienced squad unit. How much does that help the transition for Coach Hartline and just maybe incentive for you guys to really take that next step?
Yeah, I think it's helped a lot. I think it's helped with the players. I think it's helped with him. I think it's helped with Coach Keenan Bailey as well, our intern. I think that experience just goes a long way. You know, we've been here. You know, I think at a time like that, what we went through, that adversity that we went through, us 3 guys, you know, we've been through adversity before. So I think just kind of taking on that role for the younger guys, it helped us a lot.
Parris, this is the last season for you and a lot of guys, especially in that wide receiver unit. Just what's going through your mind as you wrap up your last fall camp here and head into your last season, and what are your expectations for this season?
I guess my first thought is that it's going by pretty fast. You know, everyone says that it goes fast, but you never really know how fast it goes till you're in that moment. And expectations are high as always. You know, we're looking to, you know, come out, you know, obviously make progression from last year to this year, obviously get better. But the expectations are always high, and you know, we're just looking out to go play and win every game we play. So
obviously Ohio State has, you know, always had a plethora of good young players, but how much does having a good veteran group like you guys at wide receiver, especially with a new starting quarterback, help you when you're trying to win a national championship?
I think it helps a lot, just with the experience. We have guys that have been there before, that played in big-time games. So I think we know what the expectation is. We know what the level is, the standard is. So it's up to us to demand that across the board, and I think it helps a lot.
When did camp start to feel normal for you guys with all the changes that have gone on?
Honestly, I think day 1, we kind of just came in ready to work. We kind of put all the you know, the adversity to the side. I mean, we're experienced guys, we're older guys, and we knew that at the end of the day, it was always going to be about the players no matter what, even if, you know, Coach Meyer was there or not. I mean, it was going to be about the players. So, you know, we just took it as adversity. We had to get through it, fight through it, and we got better through it. So.
What did the older guys, did you call a team meeting or try to do anything to make sure guys were staying on task and doing that?
We didn't have a team meeting, but, I mean, the older guys definitely, you know, we made sure that the little things didn't slip. You know, I think Coach Day made an emphasis on that to us, just about not letting little things slip, whether that's meetings, whether that's walking through the locker room not being clean, things like that. I mean, we just kind of put a big emphasis on the little things, and I think that's where.
What was Urban's message to you guys last week?
We're only answering football questions.
Thanks.
Did he talk at all about football when he talked to you?
Yeah, he talked about being 1-0. That was it. So.
I'm sorry if you wait for him.
All right, cool.
I'm sorry if you answered this earlier, but with having a new wide receivers coach, Brian Hartline, just what is your relationship with him right now? Because guys usually seem to have really good relationships with their position coaches in this program, and I was just wondering, you know, he's obviously been on the staff now for what, a year now. What's your guys' relationship with him?
It's great. I think it's a perfect coach-player relationship. Obviously, it's still building. It's going to continue to build throughout the season, but it's definitely strong. I said earlier that he's been in our shoes before. He's been in our roles, so it's easy for him to connect with us. It's easy for him to give us tools, you know, that we can develop now. So I mean, it's great.
It seems like from what we saw on the practice field, it seems like he was very hands-on with you guys, very high energy. Is there any guy that you might compare him to? Any assistant coach that you might compare him to in terms of energy, the way he coaches, anything like that?
No, I think he's definitely one of a kind. I don't think you can compare him to anyone. Like you said, obviously you've seen him being hands-on. He's a really good coach. You know, he's a coach that he wants you to do something, but he can go out there and show you how to do it. So he's one of a kind.
What does that mean to you?
From a football standpoint, what are y'all going to miss without having Urban Meyer on the sidelines?
I mean, honestly, I just think his presence obviously just overwhelms a lot of people, whether that's being the opposing team or, you know, just having him in the locker room. I think he just has a presence. He's a leader, one of the greatest coaches of all time. I think that's what we're missing. I mean, you can't put that into words, you know what I mean?
Any extra motivation to win those first 3 games for him?
Oh, definitely. I think, you know, us being a man down, not having him here, you know, guys are missing him. Guys are excited to go out and play, and guys are excited to show what we have. And obviously, when he gets back, to have it on a good note when he gets back. So yeah, definitely.
Hey, Parris, I think the biggest thing that might have stood between you and you reaching your goals last year completely was ability to track downfield passes, go up and catch passes. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, definitely.
How does somebody work on going up and getting balls downfield?
Yeah, well, I mean, I ain't gonna give away my secrets, but I definitely got some drills that I've been doing all season, even going into camp. So I think, I mean, that's just something that's going to have to show itself and prove itself, you know, come game 1 and other games.
How much did you think about that this offseason?